Now we will discuss product of vectors. So there are two types of products. First one dot product and second one cross product. Dot product can also be called as scalar product. Means vector dot vector, it becomes a scalar. Scalar means it is a real number. Similarly, here that cross product can be also called as vector product. So vector cross vector, that equal to vector quantity, means that has a direction and also magnitude. Means dot product and cross product, these both are here the types of product of vectors. Now let me to discuss about a dot product or a scalar product. If A and B vectors are any two vectors and theta is the angle between them such that theta is greater than or equal to 0, less than pi. See here we have taken that is vector A and vector B. Here the angle between them is what here? That is theta. Then here we can define that scalar product as A vector dot B vector is equal to magnitude of A into magnitude of B into cos theta. This is the definition for scalar product. It can also be written as A into B into cos theta. Means here A is magnitude of vector A, B is magnitude of vector B. Therefore this whole becomes here scalar quantity, because A is also a real number, B is also a real number, because both are magnitudes, and cos theta also gives a real number. So the total this product gives a scalar quantity, where A, B both are greater than or equal to 0, because both are magnitudes of vectors A and B here. Here we can see one example. If magnitude of A vector is equal to 3 and magnitude of B vector is equal to 2, angle between them theta equal to pi by 3. Therefore, A vector dot B vector is equal to magnitude of A into magnitude of B into cos pi by 3, because theta is pi by 3. So that we can replace theta by pi by 3. Then here already given data, magnitude of A is equal to 3 and magnitude of B is equal to 2, and cos pi by 3. Here already we have seen in the trigonometric chapter, the value of cos pi by 3 is 1 by 2. Therefore we can cancel 2 and 2, and here the remaining is answer 3. Means that A dot B means scalar product of two vectors gives a real number. All of you got it, students? Then here we will see properties of scalar product. The first property, if theta is acute means the angle which is less than 90 degree. Means theta lies in first quadrant, because the angles which is acute here which is present in the first quadrant. Therefore cos theta is positive, because in the first quadrant all the trigonometric ratios are positive. Therefore cos theta is also positive. Here I am going to take here cos theta is greater than 0. It means it is positive. And we are going to multiply A, B here. A is the magnitude of vector A, B is the magnitude of vector B. Therefore this whole product is greater than 0, because cos theta is already greater than 0. Then A and B are also greater than 0. So that this product is again greater than 0. As we have seen in the previous slide, the definition of dot product or scalar product, A, B cos theta means it is equal to what? A dot B is greater than 0. Therefore, if theta is acute angle, then definitely scalar product of A and B is greater than 0. This is the first property. Then we will go for the next property. If theta is obtuse, obtuse means the angle which is greater than 90 degree, so that theta lies in the second quadrant. Therefore, cos theta is negative because in the second quadrant, sin theta and cosec theta are only positive, but that cos theta is negative. Therefore, we can take it as cos theta is less than 0, and also again we multiply the magnitude of vector A and the magnitude of vector B, which is multiplied with this cos theta. Again it is less than 0 only. Therefore, by the definition of dot product, we will be having vector A dot vector B, which is also less than 0. Student, if theta is obtuse angle, then definitely dot product of two vectors which is also less than 0. We will go for the next slide. Third property, if theta equal to pi by 2, then what will happen? See here, cos theta is equal to cos pi by 2. Here the value of cos pi by 2 is what here? 0. Therefore, AB cos theta is equal to 0. Here we are multiplying AB in this LHS part. Again it is again equal to what here? 0. Because if you multiply AB to this RHS part also, this also becomes 0 only. Then by the definition of dot product, here AB cos theta is equal to A dot B, which is also equal to 0. Means here if theta is equal to pi by 2, then definitely A dot B equal to 0. Then what it means? Here we will take one note. A dot B equal to 0 means vector A dot vector B equal to 0. Then here we have the angle pi by 2. Pi by 2 means which indicates here A is perpendicular to B. Vector A is perpendicular to B, and also vice versa is also true. Means that B is also perpendicular to A is also perpendicular to B. So whenever we are going to prove two vectors are perpendicular, then we have to prove that angle between them is equal to pi by 2. So which is the important note here? Please remember the students. A vector A dot vector B is equal to 0. That implies either vector A is equal to 0 vector or vector B is equal to 0 vector. Means 0 vector is always perpendicular to any vector. Or we have theta equal to pi by 2. So remember student, whenever the dot product of two vectors is equal to 0, here we may have either vector A equal to 0 or vector B equal to 0 or theta equal to pi by 2. Then we will go for the next property. If vector A and vector B parallel, then what will happen? That is A is parallel to B, therefore theta equal to 0, because here both are parallel means there is no angle between them, so here theta becomes 0. Therefore vector A dot vector B is equal to AB cos 0, means it is the definition of scalar product of vectors A and B, AB cos 0. Then here it is equal to AB into 1, because the value of cos 0 is equal to 1. Therefore it becomes AB. Therefore A vector dot B vector is equal to AB. So whenever A and B are parallel to each other, then we have to here take the multiplication of magnitude of both the vectors. Therefore, because A is parallel to itself, here we can consider vector A dot vector A only, means both are same vectors here. Therefore, by the definition of scalar product, we can write here magnitude of A into magnitude of A into cos 0, because theta is 0. So that here we can consider in this LHS part, vector A dot vector A is equal to vector A whole square, and in the RHS part, magnitude of vector A square and cos 0 equal to 1. Therefore, vector A whole square, which is always equal to A square means magnitude of vector A is equal to A. Therefore, we can take it as A square only, so that we can take always vector square is always equal to its magnitude square. So remember, this is also very important note, students. Here whenever we are going to here multiply same vector 2 times, then that vector square which is always equal to square of its magnitude. Then we will go for the next property. Scalar product follows commutative law, that is vector A dot vector B, which is always equal to vector B dot vector A. And the sixth property, scalar product also follows distributive law. There are two types of distributive law. One is the left distributive law and another one is right distributive law. Here we will see the statement for left distributive law, that is vector A dot into the bracket of B plus C. So which can be written as A dot B plus A dot C vectors. And similarly we can see right distributive law, that is B plus C vector whole into dot product with vector A, so that it becomes B dot A plus C dot A. So that here this is left distributive law and it is right distributive law. So here we will discuss some more points about scalar product, students. Here I dot I means I is the unit vector along the x-axis. So that here we can consider the dot product of same unit vector. So that by the definition of scalar product we can write magnitude of I cap into magnitude of I cap into cos 0, 0, 0, because theta is 0 means that I is parallel to itself, so theta becomes 0. Now here we can take it as magnitude of I cap square and cos 0 becomes 1. Therefore I cap is means magnitude of I cap equal to 1, because I cap is unit vector. Already we have seen that magnitude of unit vector is always equal to 1. Always equal to 1, therefore it becomes 1 square, and similarly we can take 1 is here, so 1 into 1 means it becomes 1. So that whenever we are going to multiply means here here we can take scalar product of same unit vector which is equal to 1. Similarly we can take j cap dot j cap is also equal to 1, k cap dot k cap which is also equal to 1. So remember the students here. And here we will see again 3 axes are in the space. I cap is unit vector along the x axis, j cap is unit vector along the y axis, k cap is unit vector along the z axis. So that I dot j, what will happen here? See students, here we can take the definition. Here I cap, magnitude of I cap into magnitude of j cap into cos pi by 2, because pi by 2 we have taken here because I is perpendicular to j. See here, x and y both are perpendicular axis mean then their unit vectors are also perpendicular. So that theta becomes here pi by 2. So now here magnitude of I cap is 1, magnitude of j cap is also equal to 1, cos pi by 2 equal to 0. Therefore I dot j which is equal to 0 means whenever you are going to take that dot product of different unit vectors, it becomes 0, because I, j and k are mutually perpendicular unit vectors. So here we can consider I dot k equal to 0, j dot I equal to 0, j dot k equal to 0, k dot I equal to 0, k dot j is also equal to 0. So that students here observe, here we have taken dot product of different unit vector, so all are equal to 0. Now consider generally, if vector A is equal to a19 plus a2j plus a3k. B vector is equal to b1i plus b2j plus b3k. So that here we can consider the dot product of these two vectors. So that I am going to take first vector dot product with the second vector. So now here we have taken that note here, so that here that a dot b, here I am going to multiply this first term to first term to second term, and first term to third term. Here see, here a vector dot b vector is equal to a1 b1. See here student, here I am going to multiply this term to this term. Here it becomes a1 into b1 means a1 b1, and I dot I means it becomes 1. Similarly, see here students, I am going to multiply a1 into b2 plus I dot j. I dot j becomes 0, so that we can take that term here. And for the next term again, a1 dot, see here a1 dot product with this b3, but I dot k means it is what here 0. So that now here also we can't take that term here because it becomes 0 already. And now we will go for the next one. So that is a2 into b1. So that here j dot I means it is also what here 0. So that here also we are not taking the term. And next here see a2 into b2. So that here j dot j means it is equal to 1. So that here we can take this term as plus a2 b2. And the next one, here a2 and b3. Here also we have j dot k. So it is what here 0. So that here also we can't take that term here. So next here a3. A3 dot b1 is here, so it is k dot I means it is also equal to 0, and similarly a3 b2 is here, but k dot j is here, which is also equal to 0, and similarly we can take the last one a3 b3. Here we have k dot k means which is equal to 1, so we will have the term that is a3 b3. So that if here whenever we have two vectors with their components, here vector A has components a1 a2 a3, vector B has components b1 b2 b3, then vector dot product can also be written as a1 b1 plus a2 b2 plus a3 b3, which is also again a scalar quantity. Scalar quantity, because here it gives a number. So here we will see one important remark. In Cartesian form, if vector A is equal to axi plus ayj plus azk, and B vector is equal to bxi plus byj plus bzk, then vector A dot vector B, which is always equal to ax bx plus ay by plus az bz, already we have seen in the previous slide. If vector A contains here that coordinates a1 a2 a3, and B vector contains b1 b2 b3, then here we can write that dot product of that two vectors is equal to a1 b1 plus a2 b2 plus a3 b3. So now we will take one example. If vector A is equal to 1i plus 2j plus 3k, B vector is equal to 2i minus 3j plus 4k, and dot product of these two vectors is equal to here first vector dot second vector. So right here we can take that here 1 into 2, and here 2 into 3, and here 3 into 4. So by the definition of dot product of two vector, and here that previous important remark, here we will see that is 1 into 2 plus 2 into here minus 3 and plus 3 into 4. So it becomes 2 minus 6 plus 12. The final answer will be 8. See here student, here whenever we are going to take that dot product of two vectors, which always gives a real number. Therefore student, we will consider one example here. If vector OA is equal to I plus 2j plus 3k, vector OB is equal to 3i plus j minus 2k, vector OC equal to 2i minus 3j plus k. Then find vector AB dot vector AC. So student, first you have to find the vector AB and later vector AC. After finding both of them, we can consider the dot product here. So that here OA, which is the position vector of the point A, OB, which is position vector of the point B, OC is a position vector of the point C. So now here we can consider, here if A, B are any two points, then AB can be written as OB minus OA. So that let us find the vector AB here. AB vector is equal to OB minus OA. Therefore, here it becomes 3i plus j minus 2k, and we have to multiply minus sign to this OA, so that here it is minus of I plus 2j plus 3k. Then after the simplification, here see we will be having 3 minus I. 3 minus I, it becomes 2i plus j minus 2j, means it is minus j minus 2k minus 3k, means it becomes minus 5k. So that which is the vector AB. And similarly we can find out AC here, because we need the value of AC vector, so that it can be considered as OC minus OA here according to this here condition. So that now we will consider again OC vector 2i minus 3j plus k minus into the bracket of I plus 2j plus 3k. Now we will go for the simplification. Therefore we have I minus 5j minus 2k, because students see here 2i minus j means it becomes I only, 2i minus I becomes I only, minus 3j and minus 2j means it is 5j, and plus k minus 3k, because we are multiplying minus sign here. So that here it becomes minus 2k. Student, so already we got the values of AB vector and AC vector. Now we will go to find this AB dot AC here. Therefore AB dot AC, which is equal to here dot product of these two vectors. Therefore 2i minus j minus 5k dot product with I minus 5j minus 2k. So now here according to that previous conditions, here we can multiply the corresponding components. Corresponding component means here 2 into 1 and also minus 1 into minus 5 and minus 5 into minus 2. Therefore we will be having 2 into 1, minus into minus means it becomes plus here. So that is here minus 1 into minus 5 plus again here minus 2 into minus 5. Therefore we will be having 70, because 2 here it becomes plus 5, 2 plus 5 means it is 7, and again it is plus 10, 7 plus 10 means it is equal to 17. So this is how to find the dot product of two vectors. Thank you.